Wednesday, December 5th, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, in this video, we're going to take another look at some more of these triangles that are being witnessed in the atmosphere above planet Earth. I received some more pictures today here at the Facebook page. I've also got some more that have came into the email at reports@mrmbb333.com. These photos and all of the photos that come in will eventually make their way to the Sky Phenomenon Photo Gallery. A young lady from Alabama, right here in the northwest part of Alabama, took some pictures of what clearly are triangles in the sky. And oddly enough, yesterday there was a big halo visible from out here in Arizona. My wife saw it as she was running errands yesterday afternoon. She sent me a picture of it. I went outside and took a small video myself, and in that video you could see what appears to be a triangle type craft at the 5 o'clock position inside the halo near the sun. And that's exactly what this young lady, her name's Jennifer from Alabama, hers looks like that. Looked just like the one I saw. So it's way more than a coincidence. These things are very real. I've actually seen two, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Once you see one of these things, you'll never ever forget it. This is the one that I saw on the morning of October 29th at 5:18 a.m. It was still dark outside. I was out looking at the eastern sky in Hydra, like I do every October, and I have since 2012. However, this morning was different, as I saw out of the corner of my right eye a big boomerang-shaped craft head towards the moon that was directly behind me in the western sky. And I was looking east, and I saw this thing as it was moving through the southern sky towards the west. And I only saw it for maybe two and a half seconds. So in that short amount of time, it was hard to make a perfect assessment of what you're looking at. But the overall gist of the thing was a huge boomerang, and it did have dull red lights on the top, moving very quickly and made absolutely no sound. And honestly, if it hadn't have been for the moonlight, I wouldn't have been able to see any type of features at all, except for maybe the dull red lights on the top. And I don't think those were lights. I think those were more of a portal type window. But it was as big as a football field, possibly bigger, and it was very impressive. And once you see one, you'll never forget it. But I've been getting a lot of pictures here lately, and I've noticed at New Force here, there's a tab here that's new to the website where you can report things you see in the sky that you just simply can't identify. The last month, there's been several reports of big white boomerang-shaped objects in the sky. Here's one from Oregon dated November 18th. Here's another one from November 16th, huge triangle with red lights coincidentally, and that's from Loganstown, Pennsylvania. That sounds a lot like the one that I saw, and they emphasized twice huge, and the one I saw was extremely big. So like I said, once you see one, you won't forget it. They're very, very impressive machines, and they fly with absolutely no trouble whatsoever. Here's another report from New Force, dated November 23rd. Triangular craft with dark red globular lights. And that sounds kind of similar to the one that I saw. So there's another one that's from Wheeling, Illinois. And then we've got more from New Force. The reason I'm sharing these with you is because one kind of ties into the pictures that I'm about to show you. This one's from Dickinson, North Dakota, dated November the 9th. Gray V-shaped craft gliding silently over town. Most of these, well, all of the ones that I've seen, they all have the same common denominator with silence. These things are very, very quiet. This one's dated November the 26th. And this gentleman emphasizes, I think it was this one, actually it was the first one, the guy from North Dakota. He says there was a layer of clouds. The clouds were fairly low, and the only reason he even saw the craft was because of the clouds. So that's going to take us to these next photographs that I want to share with you guys. I don't think this young lady would have seen this object if it were not for the clouds. So here's the first image, and I put these through filters, and you're going to be able to see these objects a whole lot better. This is picture number one. This is Jennifer from Northwest Alabama. Here's picture number 2. The object is right here. And this one looks very similar, almost identical to the one that I saw yesterday inside of a sun halo. And here's another look at it in a different position. I've done a little video presentation with these in filters, and it does come out crystal clear. This is another example of these triangles. This is from New Mexico. That was taken by Art. This is an example of the boomerang that I saw up next to his photograph from New Mexico, and you can see they have very, very similar personalities. Another one here from Melbourne, Florida. Now I want to touch on the video that I did yesterday. And this is the halo that my wife saw as she was driving around town. She took a picture of it and sent it to me, so I went outside and made a small video. I didn't see anything because it was too bright. In fact, I wasn't even looking in that direction. I just looked off to the right just to keep the camera centered. I did this small video. I did not see this until later. Here goes. This is the video I did yesterday afternoon, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon Mountain Time. There's the halo. I'm looking to the south, actually west-southwest. See it down here? I'm moving the camera. That's not moving, so that's no type of a reflection or anything like that. I adjust the lighting so that this thing comes forward a little bit closer, and it looks very similar to what the young lady in Alabama saw. It's just sitting there at the 5 o'clock position. Here I slow it down. I'll adjust the color a little bit and zoom in, and you can see there's what looks like a triangle craft sitting there. And they're really not that surprising anymore. They're very real. Trust me, they're very real, and they're very big. So to see one in a photograph like this or a video, it doesn't surprise me. I've seen them before out here. Like I said, I've seen them twice. The first time I saw one was in March of 2018. Again, I was outside looking to the east over in Hydra. So this is the one from Melbourne. I want to show you the video I put together from Jennifer out in Alabama, and that's right here. I adjust the color and light setting so that it pulls this object forward. You can see it right here under a different filter. There's definitely something there, and I compare it to what I saw in the halo yesterday, and they do have a similar shape. There's two different photographs. Okay, here it is in like a negative format. This is the pair. She took this photograph and then this photograph, and you can see this is a little lower with respect to these street lights. There's no street lights in this photograph as she was much further behind these lights. This is when she got closer, so it looks like it's lower on the horizon, even though it may not be. I think she was driving. Now this is the same craft, it looks like to me, that I saw. I didn't actually see it. It showed up in the video from out here in Arizona. Look, I can stop it there. There we go. See the similarities? They look very similar. 1,500 miles apart. This is the one from Alabama. This is the one from Arizona. That's Alabama, Alabama and Arizona. And you can see they're very similar in nature with regard to their structure. Pretty close to the same size, it looks like. But this one I did not see. It just showed up in the video. This here is a picture of a triangle right here. You can see it sitting off to the left. There's a good picture of it right there. Totally obvious there's something there that has a triangle shape. We're seeing a lot of these all over the earth, up in the atmosphere. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that they're becoming a popular feature in the skies around planet Earth, and people that are looking up and paying attention are seeing these things in photographs. They're seeing them in person. I've actually, like I said, have seen not only one but two myself. One looked kind of just like that. Very, very big, quiet, and it could do whatever it wanted. It was very, very impressive. But this is the latest one that was sent in from Northwest Alabama by Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. I want to thank all of you guys for your pictures and your great observations. You're wide awake and on the ball. And keep the pictures coming, especially the sky phenomenon. You can send them to reports at mrmbb333.com. I eventually get through the email. We get a lot of emails, so it takes a little while to get through them all efficiently. You can also send pictures here through the Facebook platform if you like. I know a lot of people have different preferences, so I try to use them all to accommodate everybody. If you do have pictures you'd like to share, you can send them through Facebook or through the website's email at reports@mrmbb333.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day and be safe out there.